Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about a very important topic in JavaScript, that is functions in JavaScript. This is a basic concept and key to become a good developer. Let's get started. So what is a function? A function is a block of code that does something specific task. For example, if you want to show a greeting message again and again, you can write it once inside a function and use it many times. It helps us to reuse code and keep things organized. You can call the function whenever you need it. Let's look at the basic structure of a function. In this example, add is the function name, a and b are parameters, that is called inputs, and return gives us the result. We call this function by writing add 5, 3 and it will return 8. So next one is why we use functions. Uh, to avoid repeating code, to make the code clean and easy to read, it's easier to fix bugs, and we can divide a big problem or a big program into smaller parts. So function help us to work smarter and faster in programming. We'll jump to the next point, that is declaring a function. So first we will see what is the syntax of declaring a function. Let's declare or create a function. Here is the syntax, that is function, function name, and after that we will write code. Let's see example. Function greet console.log. Inside the round brackets, the message is typed, that is good morning. So next one is calling a function. What does it mean to call a function? To call or run the function, we just write function name and round brackets. And in our case, greet is the function. This will run the code inside the function. You call it many times and it will work each time. Let's talk more about parameters and return values. Parameters are like input names, example A and B. Arguments are the real values you pass when calling the function. For example, add in bracket 5 and 3. A return sends back a value. There are different ways to write functions in JavaScript. So that is called types of function. First of all, we will see named function. After that, anonymous function and arrow function. Named function is a regular function with a name. Anonymous function is a function without a name and often used inside other code. Third one is arrow function. It is a shorter way to write function and it is introduced in ES6. Next one is interview questions. Now let's look at some common interview questions and their answers. First question is, what is a function in JavaScript? As we have seen in the first slide, a function is a block of code that does a specific task. You can use it many times by calling it. Second question is, what is the difference between parameters and arguments? So the expected answer must be like parameters are like input names in the function. Arguments are the actual values you give it when calling the function. Question number 3. What is callback function? A callback function is a function passed into another function to run later. Question number 4. What is an anonymous function? A function without a name. It's usually stored in a variable or used as a callback. Question number 5. What is the use of the return statement in a function? So the answer is The return statement gives back a value from the function to where it was called. It ends the function and sends the result. That's it. Functions are very important in JavaScript. They help you to write clean, simple, and reusable code. Practice writing function using parameters and return values, and try creating error function too. So thank you for watching.